My Toyota CELICA is making a little bit of a squeaking noise from the belt area. I had the belt off earlier and found out that the tensioner pulley has a little gravelly sound as it's spinning. So I ordered a pulley. The pulley's in. I'm ready to put it on. This is the 2ZZ motor. 1ZZ is exactly the same. This is on my street rail project, but this gives you a little better view of what we're going in to change. Tensioner pulley right here. Takes a special socket to pull that off. So we'll get the belt off and get started. First thing we're going to do is take the belt off. What we're going after is that little cast nut right there. It looks like a nut, but it's just cast aluminum, and it is just slightly smaller than the 19 millimeter. I made this out of a 19 millimeter, and it is 6-point. Do not use any kind of a 12-point because it will immediately round off. If you try to use a 12-point, this is what you're going to end up with. You can also use just a pry bar and lay it in right about through there so it gets behind this nut and in front of that, but you have a danger of slipping. I made this tool out of a old 1/2-inch breaker bar that I'd sheared off and a impact socket, but you can buy them online or try to hunt down a 6-point box end wrench to use on it. Very hard to get in there. So I've taken the front tire off, put it up on my lift. This job can be done easily on ramps or jack stands. I just happen to have a lift, and it's very hard to get a camera under here with it only a few inches off the ground. Make sure you get that thing all the way on there because I'm sure this ain't going to be easy to move. And I'm going to turn this wrench over. Nope, I'm not going to turn this wrench over. It won't fit. Dang it. Hey, that was not torqued on there very hard at all. That is very easy to get off. And that is genuine Toyota torque. I've never had this one off. I doubt the previous owner ever did. Oh, probably best to take that socket off before I get that bolt screwed out too far and wedge it in against the frame. That's a long bolt. I don't know if you can hear that rattle. New one's nice and smooth. Seals are a lot tighter so it won't spin. This is the tensioner pulley. And this is the socket that you need to pull the bolt out that holds the tensioner pulley on. I ordered both of these off Amazon. All right, you rocket scientist, it would have been a good idea to look real close at that to see which way over it was. It looks even depth-wise. Slide it up on there and see what we got. Yeah, that's dead lined up with the water pump pulley, so that will work. Now fishing that bolt back up through there. Come on, baby. It just came out of that hole, so I know it's the right bolt. Only got one bolt in my hand. Looks like I either have a little bit of a front main seal leak or the seal around this. That could be coming from, no, it's just wet right there, so. So, I probably should use a torque wrench on this, but I've been doing a lot of things for a long time, and I'm going to say that's tight enough. Not very much pressure at all because it is in aluminum. And it's my own car, so if it falls out because I didn't torque it and I end up having to pay somebody to tow me home, it's my own damn fault. Now for the fun part. All right, since we're underneath, I'm going to throw it over the top of the alternator first, if I can get there. Whoops, wrong way. Go straight across the top, over the power steering pump. Then it goes back up over the tensioner. And what I usually do is I get back up on the top side to tighten this back up, to pull this tensioner back and get the belt on. And I get it off of the alternator pulley and off the top edge of this water pump pulley. Pull the tensioner back, slide it over the alternator, and then slip it over this because this has no edge on it and it's easier to slide it over. So let's go back up top and do that. I don't remember where I saw it at. It was in some maintenance procedure or something, that it was a good idea when you had these off, the belt off, to pull the tensioner all the way, let it go back a couple times. And I agree with that because they get used to running at a certain setting and they may get a little sticky. So, all right. So now I've got tension on it. You probably are not going to be able to see anything here, but this is a real pain in the ass. Two people makes it a lot better. If it is on all the pulleys, you can get it over the alternator. But very tight. So what I usually do, take it off the water pump a little ways, slide it over the alternator, Then I go back and wrestle with it. Ta-da. That went better than I expected for having a camera right beside me. I mean, I didn't knock the camera over. Nothing to do now but start it up and see if it throws the belt back off. Or squeaks, squeals, whatever. Well, the car sat here for a few days over the weekend and the doors were open or not closed all the way. So it'll be a few minutes while I charge the battery. So while we're waiting, how about a belt routing diagram? All right, let's fire it up, see what happens. All right, no more chatter, squeaky. There's another little bit of CELICA maintenance for you. As always, I hope somebody finds this helpful. Thanks for watching. There's another little bit of CELICA maintenance for you. As always, I hope somebody finds this useful. There's another little bit of CELICA maintenance for you. As always, I found... That is too easy to say. There's another little bit of CELICA maintenance for you.